Good morning and happy Tuesday. It's your girl Yolanda and I am here to bring you some morning inspiration and some mindful movement to get your day going. If you are new to watching me or if you are watching this by the way of replay, I am live Monday through Wednesday here on Instagram as well as on kbcntv.com and on YouTube. But I normally go back and repost all these up on YouTube as well as here on Instagram immediately. And I empower career-driven professionals, mainly women and veterans, to invest in their holistic well-being by making sure that they incorporate daily mindful and healthy habits for their holistic wellness. Good morning to kbcntv.com and KBCN Media. So make sure you check them out on all the social platforms. And good morning to my queen, Valencia. So glad to have you here this morning. You know I love you, sis. So this week we're talking all about reconnecting with self. And so yesterday we talked a lot about prioritizing our time, understanding what our values are so that we can align those values to the different things that we commit to every single day and how we can bring those values and that joy into our professional and our personal lives. And today I just want to talk about positive thinking. And so my declaration and message for today is my intentional focus on positive thinking allows me to see my true value, motivating me to invest. And that word invest is so important, to invest in my holistic well-being with determination and grace. All right, I'm going to repeat that again. So, my intentional focus on positive thinking allows me to see my true value, motivating me to invest in my holistic well-being with determination and grace. All right, we got to be intentional about focusing on positive thinking. Because just inherently as human beings, we always think the worst. We always think that something's going to go wrong. I'm pretty much an optimistic person, but I'm going to tell y'all, it's been plenty of times where I thought, that something wrong was going to happen and it didn't turn out that way because we always just we try to hope for the best, but inherently we just always think of what's going to be wrong, what's going to happen, all that stuff. And we worry a lot about the things that we can't control. And so when it comes to that positive thinking, it is something that we have to learn to do every single day. And there are some steps and some things that you can do to help you. Some people use things differently than others. And again, when we talk about our holistic wellness, it's a personal journey. What works for me may not work for you, but you have to try and figure out what are those things, what are those habits and behaviors that you need to help you to think more positive. Yes, sis, it's all about that self-sabotage. We do it all the time because we worry about what the next person is going to say, or we try to compare ourselves to other people. Or the big thing that I used to struggle with is that I downplayed myself. I downplayed my values. I downplayed a lot of the things that I've overcome and accomplished. And as women, we can't do that. We have to know our value in this world. And don't downplay your story. Your story is so important. And everybody may not have a tragic story. Some people have stories about overcoming that didn't have a traumatic event. But your story is your story, and everything that you've been through is so important. And so that's why that power of that positive thinking, to understand the value that we all bring. And so I just want to talk about 3 points that's so important when it comes to being intentional. Because again, you got to be intentional when it comes to that positive thinking. Is number 1, starting your day off with a behavior or habit that's going to help you to stay positive throughout the day. Because it all starts with our thoughts. But really, I'm going to give you more deeper. It starts with that soul. It starts with your relationship that you have with God. It's knowing that you may not be in control of everything, but you have to trust and believe in Him. And when we pray, a lot of times, we'll get down on our knees and we'll pray. And then we get right back up and worry about the same thing that we just prayed to God for. So do we think God is going to answer that prayer if we're going to get up and we're going to worry about it? We're telling Him that we don't trust and believe in Him. And that's when that self-sabotage comes in. So we have to understand and to know that we have to trust and believe first, get that soul right, and then make sure those thoughts in your mind are positive. So when you wake up in the morning, wake up with a positive thought, have a positive quote, or a declaration like I do every morning, an affirmation, a mantra, whatever you want to call it, that's going to guide you throughout the day. And the most important thing about thinking positive, people be like, well, you can't think positive all the time. That is correct. We're going to have some negative thoughts that come in our mind, but if you know how to reframe your thinking in your mind to change that negative thought or that self-sabotaging belief into something that's empowering, then you can change it around. It's not saying that you're not going to have problems or struggles or challenges, because that's all a part of life. We're going to have it. But when you can think positively, you can be able, again, like I said, to turn that around, to make that into a lesson, into positive changes for your your personal growth. And so we have to learn the power of our mind and our thoughts. So start your day off with a positive thought, quote, turn it into a mantra that's going to help you throughout the day. So that's number 1. Number 2, we have gratitude journals, but I'm going to tell you something else you can have. Have a success journal. Have a journal where you write down every day all of your successes. I don't care how small they are. Maybe you drank more water that day that you normally don't drink. That's a success. Maybe you talked to a friend you hadn't talked to in a long time and it felt good to talk to that person. That's a success. Write down your successes every single day. We always tend to have these to-do lists, and then we get upset if we don't check off, like we don't check the box. But we also need to make sure that we physically see all the good things that you have done and overcome in that day. And you'll realize you actually have a lot more successes, a lot more positive things that are happening than negative things. So have a success journal. And then the last thing that I would say is all about surrounding yourself with positivity. We have to really evaluate the people in our lives, the things that we watch, the things that we hear, the things that we read. All these things have an effect to our well-being. And so it's important to know that when you surround yourself or you have a positive environment, that fosters positive thinking in your lives. So start your day off right with something positive. Create a success journal and make sure you surround yourself with positivity. All right, y'all. We got to be intentional about how we think so that we can have positive thinking, so that whenever challenges, difficulties come our way, we know how to reframe our thoughts, to be more optimistic, to be positive, and to actually put things in motion that will allow us to overcome whatever it is. All right, that's the message for today. All about reconnecting with self, y'all. We got to start with that positive thinking. All right, I'm on the floor today. We're going to keep it real gentle. Just going to do a couple of stretching exercises on the floor, and then we'll be out of here before 7 o'clock as always. So make sure your area is all clear of all objects. Safety is the number one thing, no matter what. When you're stretching or doing any kind of activity, make sure if you feel anything more than a slight discomfort, listen to your body and stop immediately. Only stretch to where your body allows. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move back and start in a cross-legged position. All right, put your hands by your side. Sit up nice and tall. Chest is up. That core is nice and tight. Let's go ahead, close our eyes. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Open your eyes if your eyes were closed. Go ahead and rotate your neck nice and slow. All the way around. Full range of motion. Open up that neck. All right, rotate the opposite way. Just gonna go nice and slow this morning. Chill out, real gentle. All right, come on back to neutral. Go ahead and lift those arms up. Do a forward fold to the front. I don't want you to bend your back. I want you to keep your back straight. Use your fingertips and walk it out. And just hold as you hinge at the waist. And hold it. And relax. Just breathe and relax. Walk it back up. Go ahead and lift those arms back up. Exhale it down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Opening up that chest. Inhale up. And exhale down. Go ahead, drop those hands down. Lift up that left arm and bend over to the right. Stretch out that right arm. Getting a deep stretch all on that left side and hold. Relax. You can turn your head up. Gaze toward the ceiling and hold. Just relax. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale over to the left and hold. If you want a deeper stretch, stretch that left arm out more. Go ahead and turn that head up, gaze toward the ceiling. Oh, this feels good because I lifted heavy yesterday and I'm so tight. I did stretch, but I needed more stretches, so this feels good this morning. All right, inhale up and exhale down. All right, go ahead, take that left hand, put it over top of your right knee, twist to the right, keeping that back straight, chest up. See if you can look over that right shoulder and relax. Continue to breathe. All right, slowly turn to the front and go to the opposite side. Now looking over that left shoulder and hold. Chest is up, still sitting nice and tall. All right, slowly come back to the front. All right, we're going to turn to the side. I want you to put your hands behind your thighs so you can guide yourself down to the mat nice and slow, or down to the floor. Once you get down, I want you to go ahead and straighten out those legs. You're going to bring that front leg in, bring the knee in, foot is flexed, and just hold. Breathe. Want to make sure your hips stay flat on the ground. Don't arch your back. This is also a great exercise for your lower back. Tomorrow I'll be concentrating more on exercises, all focusing on the lower back. Relieving and stretching out that piriformis, which we'll talk about, and also talking about your sciatic nerve. So I want you to take that leg, kind of move it over to the left side. You can put the left arm, the arm that's in the front down, and just pull the leg over to the opposite side and hold. Now you're going to put that arm out to a T, and then put that leg and drop it over to the rear and hold. And just relax, stretching it out. All right, bring your knee back up nice and slow. And then go ahead and put that knee down. Put your arms overhead. You can go ahead and point your toes and get really long, get a long stretch. In the military, we called it the elongation stretch. It's just stretching out your body. All right, go ahead and flex your feet again. Bring that leg that's in the rear, bring the knee in, bring it to your chest and hold. Hold it. Again, make sure those hips stay flat on the ground. Bring that knee over to the opposite side and hold. Then bring it all the way down, stretch that arm out to the side. You can look over at that arm, getting a deeper stretch, and just relax. The knee doesn't have to come all the way down to the ground, just wherever you feel that stretch, and it's a slight discomfort. All right, come back up. Nice and slow. Go ahead and drop that leg down. Arms overhead. Point your toes and get a good stretch. Get long. And relax. All right, go ahead and flex those feet again. We're going to bring the knees up. Go ahead and put your hands behind your thighs and come up nice and slow. All right, we're going to turn on all fours. As you're on all fours, go ahead and take those wrists, turn them to the rear. We're going to stretch out our wrists. So you're just going to lean back slightly, giving your wrists a nice stretch. We use our wrists for a lot of things, but we barely ever stretch it out, so it will feel a little uncomfortable. Go ahead and come back up. Again, make sure that your back is straight, your core is tight. Go ahead and lean back again and hold. You should feel it all through your wrists, through your forearm, down your wrist. All right, come back up. You can turn your hands around again. And then what I want you to do now, we're going to do some cat-cows. So go ahead and look up, inhale. Exhale, round your back. Inhale up. And exhale. We're going nice and slow. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. Come back to neutral. And then what I want you to do is bring your feet together. Put your hands out. We're going to go into a child's pose. So you're going to lean back. I want you to keep your palms facing each other. Your pinkies on the floor, your thumbs up. And go ahead and stretch it out in that child's pose. And hold. Breathe. Inhale through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. Inhale. And exhale. All right, come back up nice and slow. We're going to go ahead and sit back down. Get back in that cross-legged position. Go ahead and lift up your arms. Interlace those hands. Lift up nice and tall. Go ahead, release and bring them back down. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Interlace the hands. Exhale and then inhale it up. Then exhale down. All right, go ahead and put both hands with palms facing up over top of your knees. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Chest is up, core is engaged. Just relax and breathe. Just breathe. As you're sitting here, I want you to just picture that ray of light that's in the middle of your chest, that's radiating inside of you. And as you breathe and you relax, that light is getting brighter and brighter. And it's radiating throughout your body. All always know that you have that light inside of you. And whenever it feels dark, you just need to get still, get quiet, and tap into that light. And let it start to radiate all through you, bringing positivity throughout your soul, your mind, and your body. Let's inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and take a long sigh out your mouth. Exhale. Bring your hands up into praying hands in front of you. Bow your head. Seal in our message, our practice for this morning. Lift up your head, open your eyes and your arms, and we are done for today. All right, loves, know that you are valuable, you are worthy, and we have to learn to be more intentional, to be intentionally focused on positive thinking and the thoughts that we bring into our mind, because they have a powerful impact on the way that we frame and do our day. So remember, positive environments foster positive thinking. So yes, it's all about reframing our thoughts so that we can be more positive. I'm getting tongue-tied now at the end, y'all. I'm going to be honest, y'all. I'm about to do some more stretching and actually start to work out before I start my day, because that helps me as well. So this is just a prelude to be actually doing my actual workouts and everything else. So again, it's always a pleasure to be here. This is what I do regularly, so I'm going to be here. And so tomorrow, our focus is going to be on lower back stretches and doing things to make sure that we can relieve any stress or tension that we have from our piriformis, as well as effects to our sciatic nerve. All right, y'all, I will see y'all tomorrow at 6:30. Blessings, peace, and love. Have a great, thoughtful Tuesday. See y'all tomorrow. I see you, my brother. Bye, everyone.